Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're with me again this morning. Got a big show lined up, but first our weather brought to us by Panhandle Technical Center, who is carrying on registration this week and part of the next week, and we're going to go over there and visit with those folks soon. The high today now is going to be 88, low is going to be 76. Water temperature is staying in there a very steady 87 degrees. Take a look at our river readings brought to us by Sandhill Seafood up on Highway 77, home of good fresh seafood cooked to our perfection. We're looking at the Apalachicola Bluntstown, the even 5 foot. The Choctawhatchee at Caryville still on the rise over the 6.5 foot now. And looks like a good weekend on the river. We got this rain now we're coming in, so be aware of thunderstorms and all. But it's going to be that summertime pattern. But we got really some unsettled atmosphere here, so we're getting a little bit more rain. Okay. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Looking at a high tide this morning at 5:32, low 7. Really today, you're looking at a chart. There's not much tide at all. But interesting enough, look at that bump on Saturday morning. That's a quick little bump right there, a fast-moving bump Saturday morning. So you may want to be aware of that and take advantage of it. The marine forecast will be west-southwest coming in, and then it's going to switch around to east-northeast. So that's interesting. So it's going to be sort of variable some during the day, about 5 to 10. Let's take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let me talk to you about something real quick. It's taken me a couple of days to assimilate this and come to this conclusion I'm about to share with you. This past weekend, the amount and volume of red snapper caught by recreational fishermen has been amazing. And I go back and I can look back over just the social media, just the pictures I got sent to me, plus looking on different other sites and all. The volume of red snapper that was caught on Saturday and Sunday was just astounding. And I'm not counting the charter boats, but I'm just counting people like us. I did see some charter boats, but it reminded me back in the heyday of scallop season when in the early years just a handful of us would go scallop, and then all of a sudden there's so many scallops out there in St. Joe Bay. Everybody and the brother coming down, and within a year or two, everybody's an expert on getting scallops, and then that was really ended up being a downfall of it. Very similar situation with the snapper this past weekend. And now what really sort of put an exclamation point at the end of my thinking was I saw this. Check this out, folks. Alabama has now closed red snapper season. They closed it 6 weeks early. And I want this middle paragraph right here, I'm quoting, okay? This is the Marine Resource Director in Alabama. Quote, Alabama anglers fished extremely hard on the good weather days during the season, said Marine Resource Director Scott Bannon. Quote, that level of effort, coupled with larger average size fish harvested this year as compared to last year, resulted in a daily harvest rate 2 times higher than 2017, which prompted an earlier than anticipated closure. That's coming out of just a small little Alabama area, but a volume of people went down there. But is that not a testimony as to what I just said? They're closing season 6 weeks early because there's so many fish, and they're able over there to sort of keep a tally of it better than we just hadn't got the handle here in Florida. And nobody's really dropped the ball. It's just been it's just so many people going now. I was seeing people catching snapper this weekend and saying, look at the little fishy I caught. Is that it's a big old red snapper. Look at the fishy. So anyway, Alabama's closed there, so just be aware of it. Ours closed this weekend too, thankfully, because it's just been so many caught, and there's a lot of them out there. But if we kept going at this pace and all, we'd have the same thing happen. Back in the 80s, we didn't have a lot of snappers. So anyway, I just want to share that with you, and it's going to be closed, but in both places. So anyway, I had this on a Tuesday morning. I didn't get to finish up on this on the riptides. I just touched base on a rip current. And of course, number one, you want to show folks this because of the safety factor. And we all know about this. I talk about it, the swift water and all the rip currents. So here's a couple of different pictures, okay? But also, and you can see the area right there. But the reason I want to share it with you as a fisherman, okay? This one right here especially, that's just a great area to fish right there. If you can get in that area right there and fish, because a lot of bait fish have been taken in there and all, especially this time of year when the not a lot going on as far as the activity. If nothing being fed on, but right there is going to be bringing the food to them. So I want to encourage you, first of all, don't walk out there and fish in a current, but try to fish close to it. And if something that strong, of course, you wouldn't want to get out in it anyway. So be aware of it as a safety factor, be aware of it as an outdoorsman as just a great place to go fish with a strong current with it going out like that. Okay, let's take our break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now I got a little video coming up. A lot of times I like to show you, how to do things, like how to tackle and how to put your tackle together, how to fish and all that. But a lot of times I also like to, get with the experts and let them show us how they cook certain things. Anytime you can get on a shrimp boil, anytime you can hook up with a Cajun and watch how they do a shrimp boil, well, that's special. And so this is what this video is about, and you got Captain Rip, he's doing it, and I want you to watch how the ingredients and all, of course, their language and all, just entertaining in itself. But watch it, this is a true Louisiana Cajun shrimp boil, and put together by this. He does it by himself, and there's a group of us over there. I'm with Michael Harris and all, a nice group of folks over there, and he puts this together. I was going to film the fishing, but I just did a separate show on how to do a Louisiana Cajun shrimp boil. Okay, so Jeff, let's run this. All right, we've arrived at our destination, the guide service over here, and we'll go now.
Nope.
And I'm going to go let y'all meet Rip.
I had 4 fishing there, 4 fish on one.
Hi, Rip. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You lived here all your life, huh?
Yes, sir. Born and raised on the bayou here. Been commercial fisherman, fishing guide, trapper, crabber. We've done it all. Whatever had to be done on the bayou, we done it. And still doing it.
All right, so we're looking forward to tomorrow morning. So right now, tell us what you're doing right now.
We're gonna burl some shrimp.
And this is not the first time you've done this, right?
No, sir, not the first time.
Okay.
Been here before.
All right, you got some hungry boys over here.
We're gonna cut up all this seasoning, and we're gonna put it in a pot. And we're gonna burl the ingredients for a little while first, and then we're gonna put the shrimp in.
All right. Michael, you hungry?
I'm ready. I'm hungry.
All right.
I'm ready too.
Me too.
Them boys got an endless pit, them.
That's right.
What's the secret to making a successful shrimp boil?
I think 2 things. Don't over burl them, and don't put the salt in until they cook.
Okay.
Put the salt in ahead of time there, the peelings it'll draw the peelings to the meat.
Okay.
We're just gonna boil the potatoes and the sausage first.
So we use about half of that.
We're gonna use half of it, and when we get ready to put the shrimp in, we're gonna do it all. We'll dump the rest there.
What is that there?
Lee and Farron.
Okay.
This is just liquid crab ball.
Tell us about your sausage, Rick.
This is Richard's.
Now, back home, we'd say Richard, but
That's correct. It's French. Richard's.
Richard is French.
And on a box, if you get the box, it's a 5-pound box, I think, or 7-pound box. It's Richard's Crazy Cajun smoked sausage. The pack don't have Crazy Cajun, but the box does.
All right.
And dedicated every pound of it.
Mr. Johnny comes the first time he ate this. Every time he came after, that was his first stop by the Piggly Wiggly to see if they had some, so he'd buy everything they had to bring back home with him.
He should deer sausage.
Yeah. But this is way different than deer.
Well, it's more relaxing.
Sausage in here.
Sausage in here, the potatoes in here. This will take the longest to cook, so we're gonna go drop that in there, and then we'll broil that about 10-12 minutes. Then we'll put this sausage and mushrooms in there, bring that another 10 minutes, and then we'll take them out, bring it back to our barrel for the rest of the season, and put the shrimp in.
Okay.
Look at the shrimp.
That's a healthy shrimp. That's not baked shrimp?
No, that's not bait shrimp. We're gonna eat them.
Good, it's great. Hey, you know you in Louisiana. You know you in Louisiana when the grader comes up in the back porch, right? There's one there. There's one over there.
Shrimp.
Know what now?
Probably one of them shrimp, but I don't know if we want to get them up.
Anybody know marshmallows or bread? Shrimp, boy. And well, you got that here too, but you don't see a lot of that before.
You're gonna boil it about
We're gonna boil this about 10 more minutes with the mushrooms and the sausage in there. And then 8 minutes or so, and I'm gonna throw them shrimp in. Here we go. Shrimp. That's what's for supper.
that is some huge shrimp. All right, we're gonna stir them up. Shrimp powder. All right, now, how long you gonna leave them in there now, Rip?
Well, that's the secret.
Oh, that's the secret. Okay.
That's
we
the
won't tell 'em.
secret. We're gonna let it come to a boil, run it for 3 minutes, and shut it off and hose it down.
Okay.
Then we're gonna put the salt. Then you taste the shrimp every now and then. You get it to where you want it.
All right, Rip, you adding the salt to it.
Yes, sir. We're gonna drop this salt in here, shake them a little bit, and then we're gonna put some cold water on them, cool this pot down, because while it's soaking, they're still cooking.
Yeah.
If you don't cool that water down a little bit, potatoes back in here.
What do they call that?
That's just cooling it down.
We're gonna cool this down so we can grab it, lift it up. Yeah, some people used to put ice in them.
Yeah. I'm sure he does. Let's see if there's Chase in there. Find some white board. Let's see if you see a white board there. I think I see it.
One good thing about being a cook, man,
Yeah.
you get to test what you're cooking. That coat. Water in there,
Okay.
and keep the meat from sticking to the peel in there, you know.
Okay.
Braden.
See.
I got whatever voice to talk in.
That's the way to do it, keep it separated. Is that what I'm saying?
Well, if you don't do that, then you have to dig in that hot water, pull the potatoes out, pull the corn out.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's cool.
this is actually a garbage bag.
It's a what?
It's a boat garbage bag. I mean, it wasn't used other than for this, but it has a zipper on it.
Yeah.
Tie a knot in the bottom, and then you just zip your stuff in there. When I was younger, we used pantyhose. Found pantyhose there, and you'd buy pantyhose and use that and tie a knot in it.
Cool.
But this here, you can wash it and reuse it there.
Everybody looks hungry. Look at it. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for our safe trip over here. Thank you for this opportunity to be with everyone. And thank you for Rip and this great food that he provided with tonight, Lord. We ask that you be with us tomorrow for our safety. And more importantly, Lord, just be with us as we try to do good things in your name and good things in your service. Again, thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be with good friends and have a great time in your name, Lord. We ask you now to bless this food, to nourish our body. Amen. All right, Rip, show me what you said this is your favorite part right here.
This is the garlic.
Okay.
I cut the tops off of it and you cook it, and then what you can do, you just squeeze it, and because the top is cut off, it pops right up out of there.
Cool. Rip told me when I finished right here. Okay, I finished my first step. He said do this. He just said come down here and just jump in the bayou. All right. And the gator, he said the gators are gonna eat it.
Go get me another potato, Kyle. Give me another potato. Dinner is served.
You think it's coming this close? All right, after we've eaten now, the boys are coming out trying to catch the gators.
Let Dylan throw the bait in.
As you got a cord thrown out there.
Dylan, throw the bait in. Reel it in.
Hey, Brady, hold
All
on,
right, a
Brady.
gator down there.
Don't mess with it again. Don't mess with
Throw it over in front of him, a couple feet.
it. You lost your bait. Now, listen.
They drop your heart.
Yeah.
Come here.
You got a bass?
You got
What
him?
you got? Catfish?
What is it? Catfish?
I want to catch him.
Yep. He come loose.
Oh, you lost him.
Yeah.
We have our own room.
Brady, run.
No.
Yeah, call him in the mouth.
Oh, hold on. Okay, welcome. Hope you enjoyed that. Isn't it just entertaining? Captain Rip out there, and he's a really good fisherman, inshore redfish and trout. If you want to get a hold of him, go fishing with him, let me know. I'll give you his address and all. Don't forget, now let's do a fishing game times. We're looking at 6:20, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, 6:25 to 8:25 this morning, and this afternoon, 6:48 to 8:48. And I do have some Seaquarter Marina. We got these yesterday, on some tickets for that boat raffle. They left me 5 tickets to sell, so I'm gonna buy one of them. So I only got 4 tickets left, and I probably, if I win, I'm gonna, I'm trying to debate whether to go ahead and catch a tag redfish and win, or maybe win this. But I'm optimistic about anything I do like this, and I'm not a big gambler, but I certainly want to buy a ticket for that. So anyway, let me know if you want to get one of these tickets now. Only 350. That's pretty good odds. So. We'll talk more about that. I got a couple of pictures to show you. Well, first of all, we talked about this now. We got the recreational red snapper season closing July 21st, which is Saturday. Now, Alabama's going to close on Sunday. And it's odd that we're not closing on Sunday because a lot of people like to fish on Sunday. But anyway, it's closing this Saturday, it's 21st at midnight. And a couple of pictures. Ken Paramore took his, one of his old buddies he used to work with, and they, Brenda Burnstead, and Roy, her husband, and here's some pictures, and nice snapper there, really good snapper there, and also he worked with that guy for, I think he said 30 plus years, Roy Burns said. Nice they can get back together and fish. I want to show this Michael Turner and those boys. I want to show you because of the size of this grouper right here. Michael Turner, Randall McKenzie, and a couple other guys, but here's the size. That's some of the biggest grouper I've seen all year, and it's amazing the size of those grouper. Okay, and he's the one. Michael's the one that they caught the redfish. It was tagged, and they were not registered. So he's a good fisherman. Here's a better picture of it right here. Good job, Michael Turner. All right, Chris Walling. How about this now? fun catching this rascal on a topwater plug. This is a pompano out of St. Joe Bay. It's, I think, 3.5 pound pompano. That's a nice one. And the story on that, you know, if you remember the world record pompano was caught, or the state national record was caught in St. Joe Bay on topwater plug about this time of year. It might have a month later than this, but that's interesting that you don't catch a lot of pompano on topwater plug. Here's a good story here. This is from Ned Maxwell over in Chattahoochee. Winston, I saw the episode showing sounding weights. I have a sounding weight my dad used for sturgeon in his wooden boat below the dam here in Chattahoochee. And look at that old sounding, and that's amazing. I did not realize they were used in freshwater like that. And I do remember the sturgeon coming up, you know, close to the dam and all, and people fishing for them, but I didn't realize, Ned, that they were using that sounding weight. So thank you for sharing that with us. I thought that was fascinating. Good history right there. And out of old wooden boats. You know, that was an old heavy boat, okay? Real quick, Joe Sims, his first keeper cobia. Joe's over there in Jackson County, and that is a nice cobia. I haven't showed very many cobia this year. Hadn't been a lot of cobia caught. So anyway, and real quick, let's end up on this one. Howard Maines, if you know this delicacy, type yes. And he sent this to me. He said, Winston Chester, we know that's smoked mullet right there. And it doesn't get much better than smoked mullet. And we're talking about mullet, you know, I will talk about it tomorrow in the fishing report now. Mullet's getting a little bit bigger, and the folks are starting to catch some mullet. So a lot of things going on. We got a good weekend planned. And tomorrow now we'll be giving away the seafood and also the lunch over there at Sandhill Seafoods. All kinds of stuff coming on. Going to wrap it up. So remember, the big thing now, you want to be sure that you don't fish for snapper on Sunday. I know, I'm afraid some people are going to be doing that. So make sure everybody knows it's going to end on Saturday here in Florida. And if you want to, you can go over to Mobile and fish out of Orange Beach or Mobile Sunday. But then after that, you won't be able to fish Alabama anymore. That's just still fascinates me. Okay, thank you all so much for watching Panhandle Outdoors. And we always ask you to do something good for your fellow man. Time and time again, I get testimonials from people telling me some good things they do, and I appreciate it. So anyway, have a great day, enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.